Okay.
Quickly.
Who goes there? My wares are renowned. As you wish. As you wish. Blessings. Who goes there? My wares are renowned. Blessings.
What have you?
Don't think that will go down well here.
Who goes there? No need to rush. I'll unburden you. A wise choice. Warm nights. Hello? What? Hello?
Can't do that here.
What?
How can I?
Hello? Do not wander. Careful story.
Can't do that here.
Need something? What? hear you. My wares are renowned. As you wish. As you wish. Blessings.
Young one.
Need something? My wares are renowned. All right. Blessings.
Quickly.
Who goes there? Browse as long as you like. As you wish. Sands guide you.
Cares for a story?
Greetings.
Can't do that here.
Need something? My wares are renowned. All right. As you wish. Take care.
What?
Not a good idea. Not a good idea.
No need to rush. As you wish. Take care.
Young one. Do not wander.
Not a good idea.
This'll stop them.
tracks! Stay quick on my feet.
Quickly.
I hear you. No need to rush. All right. Take care.
Speak up. Stay in sight. tell your tale.
Playing a dangerous game, Crassus. I straight up took a micro nap in the middle of a pack. It was not good. There was one of those rares that makes like the purple plants that shoot the balls, and I was like, I was like in the middle of a bunch of mobs, dude. It was terrifying. Were you here for that, Nilo? I was falling asleep, man. Straight up out, dude. Ugh. It's not coffee, it's water. I already had like a full, I had a full G Fuel already. This literally happens like probably 50% of the days I stream, honestly. Like the first hour, I'm like dying. I'm just like dozing 100%. I need some time to get my stride. Once I get about an hour in, I'm good. But the first hour after work, it's brutal. This is my last week before my vacay, though. So I'm hoping I'll catch up on sleep. I won't be sleeping on stream. Fucking shields, man. Either way, I think I have a chest. A chest got made. It's not it's pretty decent. It was better than my other one by quite a bit. So that's good. Now we just have to like make a whole other different item for every other slot. Uncut spirit gem. Wild. Alright, we leveled up. Chance for projectiles to pierce enemies that are close to me. I don't know if that's good. I can get 50% chance for projectiles to pierce enemies that are close to me. I mean, I do shoot right up front, but... I don't know how good that actually is. I do want to get down here eventually. What's that area? It looks like a crossbow. This thing? Yeah, so like each weapon type has a constellation that looks like it. This thing is like double grenade proc, and I'm not using grenades. And then like this is like critical chance with crossbows. And there's like crit bonus on here. Not consume a bolt, which is like whatever, honestly. And then this one is like ammunition type. So the idea is like there's a grenade thing. The bottom one is like more crit with crossbows. And the top one is like every time you change ammo, you do more damage. So you want to like be using different kinds of ammo all the time. And I'm using like 3 kinds of ammo right now, sort of. So in theory, I could kind of get this procced, but it says increased, so you know. What I wanted to do is get over here because there's this thing, 5% of physical damage from hits taken as damage of a random element. I feel like this is probably pretty good. But I have to cap my elemental resist too. And there's like also, what is it, stand and deliver. So increase critical damage bonus against enemies within 2 meters. Increase damage with hits against enemies within 2 meters. Like this is kind of like the kind of thing I'm doing. This projectiles with close range. Then I want to just scatter the shit out of them. But there's not that much else over here I think I want. It's all like... additional projectile when forking. I think forking is really good for me. Maybe the forking is really good for me. I don't know how this like works. It's like fragments though. I don't know if each of the fragments would fork or not. I feel like they should, but I don't know how it works exactly. This is probably efficient to get blur. There's some notables up there that seem like they're efficient to get. I also can take advantage of two-handed weapons, because technically this is a two-handed weapon. But this is just like a bunch of damage nodes. Good day, Mr. Bee's Knees. How are you? Lucky. Well, I'm gonna go up and get this at least. I'm a schlep. That would be a great description. But I'm here. I'm here. Look, vacation can't start fast enough, okay? Ooh. What's that?
I'm just bringing all those.
All those.
That's what I'm doing. Office. Office.
Oh, okay.
I'm just bringing all of those.
Okay.
I'm not making anything extra.
Okay.
Not have shit together. I'm gonna put that on the note. Get together.
I don't think so. Yep. My fragmentation shot just does not do enough damage. I don't know what the solution is, but right now it sucks. Straight up sucks.
All in a day's work.
We're on a team of 4, and 2 people have been out since Friday, so I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm unlucky. Usually this is like, I was telling Mom, this is like the week that no one does anything because it's about to be Christmas. It sounds like you have 2 people who aren't doing anything because it's going to be Christmas. And you're being the good employee. Or they could just be sick. I don't know. Is this good enough? No, it is really not. It is really not. Okay. You need me to open this. You can't open the tea?
No, it's another like soup.
Organic orange spice. What in the world?
Ruin the tin.
Think we can open it like a can opener?
Loose tea.
Oh, more.
second one that's been like this.
I mean, it's coming off, but literally a bottle opener can't get it open. Maybe I can go on this side. Yeah, I think I'm making it worse, actually. You guys can't see this. Hold on. I bought Mom these like an advent calendar that has different teas every day. It's like loose tea, but like they come like so like hard to open. Like it's impossible. It seems like it's coming up on one side.
Bag.
Holy fuck.
Coffee.
Yeah, easier. You would think that this should just like crack it right open.
You think it would just twist?
You would think it would just twist, yeah. But it just doesn't. Use the can opener. Oh, oh, it's moving. There we go. That was way too much work.
They're trying to get yeah.
Yeah. One person's on vacay, another had a family emergency. Yeah, that's gonna be me next week. Not the family emergency one. I'm not predicting a family emergency. They make you earn that tea, yeah. Yeah, they were like talking, and it's complicated because like Christmas is in the middle of the week and New Year's I think is in the middle of the week this week or this year too. So like everyone's like confused. What day am I supposed to work? Because like we don't work on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, but you don't get paid for that day. So everyone's like confused, like, well, what am I supposed to do? And it's like, because we don't work weekends, so never work weekends. But we have a missing day in the week, and everyone's like, I'm so confused. What do I do? We're going to work Sunday. Who wants to work on Sunday? What time should we come in on Sunday? And I'm just like, just oblivious to all of that, because I'm just going to be on vacation. Sure. What? Cinnamon hearts? Yep, it does smell like cinnamon hearts. That's for damn sure.
My pockets are full.
Me pockets are full. Ooh, I have some more options here. Shard Scavenger. When active, consuming free shocking knight or fully broken armor on enemy, reload your crossbow. I like how I have this unique thing for my my weapon type, and it's like kind of shit, honestly. Enemies in your presence have 19% reduced elemental ailment thresholds. Hey, I don't hate that. I hate banners in this game because they don't give you a passive buff and you have to actually put the banner down. Fuck that. So can I not use anything else? Scavenged plating. Thorns. Big thorns. Oh, hey, Marauder's in the game. It's just Huh. Templar's in the game too. Oh. 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 Of course, the other 6 classes are the classes from PoE 1. Of course. Of course. Interesting. I kind of like this, though. I would lose my Herald of Ash. This thing just is doing 0 damage, honestly. I'm convinced this thing doesn't do anything right now. Yes, I guess the only PoE 1 class that's in right now is Witch. I guess Witch and Sorceress start in the same place on the tree. Interesting.
I hear you. Take your time. All right. Blessings.
All right, let's game a fucking weapon.
Yes, I can wait.
All right, let's go. Big, 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 boom. That's dog shit.
I hear you.
Nice shot.
So this aura should significantly increase the rate at which these fuckers get frozen. They should have increase. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna put determination in the game on Marauder. Oh, this looks like a boss. This is a boss. You know, I don't know. Looks like an act boss. It looks like a hard boss. You know.
Hello.
Oh, that is actually really good. Isn't that really good? I think I'm supposed to keep that. Excuse me. What are you doing? Throw a couple fucking couple holes in that, you know, give it another 40% physical damage. It'll slap. Excuse me, baby. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I
I'm in cruel, he says. I can't see my keyboard. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I guess that's pretty good too. I don't know, like, if flat cold is, like, just as good for you as flat fizz, but... What are you doing, baby? Yeah, it doesn't have the skill levels on it, I guess. You goober. I have all kinds of things I'm, like, sitting around on. What are you doing? Cat. This animal. Are you going to stay down and be good or what? What are you doing? Hurry up. Stay down, please. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and create a new instance here.
Freeze!
So I see that these guys have like this fucking shit on them now. Is that my overwhelming presence? I low-key hate that effect. It looks like they have like that shroud mechanic on them. Okay, it's not low-key. I hate that effect. High-key. I hate that. That is 100% what it is. My overwhelming presence makes it look like they're shrouded. Super terrible aura effect. Look. Okay, so if we go into the microtransactions shop, there's no way that there's some, you know, things in here that change the visual effect of my aura, is there? Surely. God damn it. Fuck. Surely remove visual effect is in the game, right? Can I remove the visual effect from this aura? God damn it. So hideous. Exalt. Exalt. Exalt.
Bloody beautiful. Single time.
Ow. Can't fucking see these purple balls are inside the fucking enemy monsters.
More time.
Regal. Regal. What high level are these? Ah, fuck that. What level is this? 32.
Freeze.
Why am I resetting the zone? What do you mean? What do you mean, brother?
Not yet.
Nope. Incorrect. Nope. Need farm. Farm, farm, farm. Farm, farm, farm. I've been rewarded already. I got a Regal and an Exalt. Okay, profitable transactions. Clearly more farming needed. XP bar is going up at an okay clip. We like it. Level 9 skill gem. We upgraded fragmentation rounds. More upgrades. Numbers going up by the second. Number go up, monkey brain happy. See, that's that thing again where, like, there was a guy who was frozen right in front of my character. And my, like, pellets went over top of his head and hit the guy behind him. It's like, okay. Accuracy issue? Question mark? Very confusing. I could see how increased chance to pierce fucking monsters within 2 meters could help me. I'm seeing it.
Need a sec. Not yet.
Why am my roll so stupid?
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Single time.
Riveted mitts.
Ice shot. Need a sec. Not yet.
Nice. Skills go up.
More time.
Leveling up my skills. Granada or my shards. My shards are kind of dog shit right now, aren't they?
On.
This isn't the worst ability. I don't know if I'd call it good. I feel like I definitely need more added damage.
You're dead.
It's definitely faster to just freeze them. 100.
full.
Me pockets. Pocket.
How can
Boom.
Can't do that here.
Won't do that, yeah. Some of the stuff I definitely picked up by accident. Oh, well.
Yes, an outcast's trove.
Fuck.
Zilla.
Island blessings.
Nice shot. Not yet. Need more time.
Ruby. I'm fucking farming big items. Increased armor 10%. What do I have? What do I have anyway? Stun build up, elemental damage, chance to bleed. That's probably better. Oh, it says a socket. Shit.
Need a sec. Freeze!
Ooh, low was that? What are you doing? You're back. No, that's mine. No. You have your own water. You know that. Were you bored or something? My goodness. What? Level 33. Ooh. Okay. So what's your deal? If it was up to you, we would just pet you for the whole stream. I think. Yeah. You lay down or what? I'm not convinced right now. You're baiting me. You're just half loafing at this point. Okay. Oh! We can go do some Sanctum. Nice. Go do another round of Sanctum. Is this Blood Aqueduct?
Need a sec.
What the fuck? Nice. I got blown up by some purple balls I didn't even see. Excellent. Great. Great way to die. Those ones do chaos damage. That's just great. Great. I have no idea where this character is. The character did suck. Let's be honest. Okay, he did suck. What do I have in here? Now I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm all over the place now. That's almost more the issue. Not knowing what the fuck is going on. That's a lot of dexterity. Level's this character? 11 or some shit. What else is in here? All right, we're at this part. Huh? What are we doing here? What do you mean? Haven't you been paying attention? Oh yeah, I died. To purple balls that were underneath monsters that I couldn't see. I'll tell you. I'll give you this synopsis, okay? There was a bridge with monsters on it, and I died. And then I found out later it was because there was purple balls underneath them. Turns out my character wants to fight point blank against monsters. And then purple balls go inside them, and you can't see them. It's not the best. Not the best. Since I assume they just do chaos damage. Now I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Am I going through here? I want the poison things. Poison. Is there things I want in this area? Skill effect duration. I don't really know if that's something I care about. Purple ball from plants, correct. They removed the crystal skin from the game, I think. Because it was too OP. But yes, purple balls from plants. Not yet. I'm gonna be honest, like, the way they're doing the, like, patch communication right now, though, is not very good. Because, like, I know before you thought they had removed or they changed something about rolling and they hadn't done it yet. And I just thought, I was pretty sure that I read we have removed this, even though, like, it's not. They're saying they're doing a thing without making it clear whether it's done yet or not. It kind of feels like, I don't know if it's all language choices, but it's like they release a document that says, like, we're going to do these things, and some of it's done and some of it's not. You know what I mean? Makes it confusing about what's actually going on. Yeah, I was just 100% blindsided. I don't know. I'm sure I could dig it up, but... It wasn't even me falling asleep this time. I should have died earlier when I was falling asleep to the same mechanic, but it's actually not what happened. Just like some chaos damage bullshit, and couldn't see it coming. But the way, like, my VODs don't auto-publish right now, so I can't actually go to the VOD without stopping the stream. Actually, you could probably rewind. Actually, I could rewind it on YouTube, to be honest. The quality's worse on YouTube, but you can rewind stuff on YouTube. Hold on. Yeah, the quality on YouTube is like always so much worse because they like double encode everything you send them. Oh man, it looks actually terrible, kind of. It's in here somewhere. Right here. So there is like plants like shooting in the background, but I just like fucking they're like up in here like, and then just these balls all just hit me all at one time. Go up. Something about my damage was too bad, so I couldn't kill the monsters fast enough, so they were still on my screen for too long, so I didn't see the fucking balls, I guess. I feel like that character was like getting hyper unlucky with some of the fucking like weapons though. Like I just couldn't get a weapon really. Seems like I was trying to find a weapon for like 10 hours and I couldn't find a weapon. Yeah, I made a weapon in Act 1 and I couldn't make another weapon. I tried to make a weapon in Act 2, and I went all through Act 2 and couldn't make a weapon. Everything I got was dog shit. Every time I regaled something, it just rolled something that was shit. It was just rolled blank modifiers. Like mana on kill is a blank modifier. Ugh. It's kind of just like one of those things where, like, if you don't play the best skills, then you have to get, like, a serviceable weapon for your, like, subpar skills to kind of work. Otherwise, they just feel extra shitty. So, like, I was pretty clearly playing a subpar set of skills. And I couldn't find a weapon.
Please.
It's like, I don't know how much hit points you're really supposed to have to try to be able to, like, not take 1 billion chaos damage. It just seems like kind of like a little wild. That, like, I felt like I was over leveled and over tanked. And still those balls did like 1/4 of my health for one. This kind of seems like quite a lot. Yeah, I kind of don't like that. If gearing is the minimum, I probably won't play the game then if that's the case. I'm going to be honest. I'm not interested in a game that has like a binary interaction where I'm going to lose a lot of time because I fucked up my controls for a second. That's just plain and simple. I don't have the kind of time for that. Wait until you meet the true wall. I mean, if the game proper is like you're describing, I won't have to meet the wall to quit the game. I just don't have the time to lose 2 weeks because I mismoved my character. I want to like out tank the game. Like there's, you know, like there can be a boss one shot. I kind of get that, but at the same time, it's like random. Like it's. I think that what bothers me is it's not a boss. It's random monsters randomly doing disproportionate amounts of damage on like a regular rare affix. That's kind of what bothers me about it, I guess. Like, I feel like if I can, like, mindlessly farm a zone, I should be able to mindlessly farm a zone. I don't know if, like, a random, one of the random affixes should just disproportionately do a shit ton of damage for no particular reason. And then you just can't see it coming. I don't know. It feels like it's just really annoying to lose time over that. Don't think that's a real thing? I just won't play the game then. Focus required? Yeah, I just won't play the game. We'll go play hardcore WoW. I'll probably play hardcore WoW. Where is it? Here? I'm missing one. 1, 2. Oh, it could be down here. Like if I had a lot of time on my hands, it'd be different. I just don't have enough time for that. I can't play the game that much. Can't play the game 12 hours a day. Of course it's not here. Oh, it's up here. Because I guess to me, I read the situation not like focus required. I read the situation like eventually the game's going to give you in a way that you can't expect. And I just kind of like that. That idea is just kind of like I just don't like it. It means you cannot realistically like outgear the game at all. Like eventually the game will just kill you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I actually hate that concept. Yeah, I don't think you should have to do that. I'm going to be honest, with the visual clarity that's in this game, I don't think you have to mouse over every rare to not get one shot. I don't think that's the thing that should be the case. That's just my opinion. I don't find that fun. I feel like if I take extra time and I over level everything, I shouldn't have to worry about the game randomly one-shotting me because I didn't mouse over a rare. I don't think that should be the case. I'm not trying to speed run the game. I'm not flying by the seat of my pants. You know. And that's not to say like you can't like die sometimes. It's just that like it just feels like there's a disproportionate amount of damage that happened for like how out-leveled I felt for the situation. And it's like it's very particular one affix that seems like it does way too much damage. Yeah. Yeah. Something early access, I guess. Yeah. I died to purple plant balls that I couldn't really see. I got hit by like 4 of them at once. In a zone that like, I don't know, I was like 4 or 5 levels over on a character that was over tanked. Yeah, that character did suck. That's true. That's just like a character I had left over. I don't really know if this character is good either, to be honest. It's basically Caustic Arrow, yeah. Okay. I'm out of manners.
Out of mana.
Need more mana.
Out of mana.
Where's my charges, man? Where are they coming? 6. 7. Ugh. I'm dead. Just lose this character too. You know, why not? I'm feeling it. Oh, You know, the game is being a piece of shit to me. We're not happy about it. Oh, you piece of shit. Something, play a meta character, I guess. You know what to do? Copy somebody else's build. That's what it is. We're you know, we're about 2 weeks, week and a half in. So now we kind of know, okay, you know, some shit's bad and some shit's good, and if you play the bad shit, it's not fun. It's the same thing. The honeymoon's over now with that shit. It's you go copy somebody else's build. We're at that point now. Well, look, I can't even play hardcore WoW. The server's down. Holy fuck. Holy shit. I was going to rage quit and go play hardcore WoW, and the server's actually down because it's Tuesday. Oh, fuck me, dude. Balatro. Yeah, I could boot up Balatro. Bought Balatro on my phone, so did I. I haven't really played it that much on my phone, but I feel like it was worth it. Slay the Spire. They're supposed to have a Balatro DLC at some point here. That's supposed to happen. Raw dog and shit. Stared at the flight map with music in my ears for 9 hours. I can't remember what I did when we flew. I think I just slept last time I flew. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to play minions? Is that what you're supposed to do? I don't want to play minions. No, it had nothing to do with me dozing off this time. I should have died earlier. To be honest, I should have died earlier when when I was like barely awake. But that's actually not what happened this time. Yeah, it's like right here. I gotta pull this pack, and one of these rares has like purple plants, but up until this point, you don't really see the purple plants. There's all this shit on my screen, right? But the purple plants are like up here, like off the screen. And then they shoot these balls, and the balls come through the mobs and kill me right here. Because like it's, like, I'd have to be looking for these balls that get summoned by plants fucking up here somewhere. And then there's like, I don't know, it's like 3 of them. How many hits do I take? You know what I mean? And it's like clear, like this affix is like in this iteration is overtuned. Like I guess like I mouse over this guy right here. If I was a god, I would recognize it says volatile plants, but it's like I'm over tanked. I'm over leveled. I don't do very good damage, but it's like how many balls are there? 2? 3? Maybe 4. It's 3 or 4 balls. Well, just delete me instantly. And it's kind of just like I'm looking at the mobs and I don't realize there's plants off my screen. And then the balls like go through all these mobs, and then like it's just these plants. It's even like a little bit worse because it's like even if I was looking right at my character, these plants kind of appear right at the same time that I would have to run it. Like I'd have to roll right when I see these purple balls. But then these like plants appear right in my face. It's just like can't fucking see anything. I mean, you can see it on the replay. And if I was really looking for it, like maybe I would have known or whatever. But it's like I had no idea this guy had volatile plants until I died. Because like they spawned up in the fucking off the screen. And purple color should be red alert. Yeah, I mean, sure, but yeah, but I stand on the bridge all the time because I'm playing a guy with a shotgun. It's like kind of what like my character wants to do. It's more that like I could take 4 balls and it does 100% of my health and I'm overtanked. And it's like the only way I would know to look for them is if I like found like which one of these guys is the rare. Like even like I know it says minion, but like it's hard to even tell which monster in here is a rare. Like the rares don't stand out very well. Like I'm gonna be honest, they don't. So I have to mouse over everywhere to try to find this guy who looks like a regular fucking monster to try to see if he had volatile plants. And then the plants spawn off of the screen, and I'm not even thinking about them till they're like, I'm like dead, I guess. Like, and I guess if I was looking for them, I would have seen some purple balls in here going through these guys, I guess. But one volley of some plants deletes my overtanked character? I don't know. Seems like much. Like, standing on the bridge is usually fine because I just freeze all the monsters in front of me. If I freeze all the monsters in front of me, they can't really do anything to me. It's just because they're little totems that spawned off my screen, right? It's like not the same thing. Nerf that shouting build? I don't know which one. They're nerfing the damage on those things do. That's what I mean, though, is like, clearly they're overtuned, and they know that because they're nerfing them. It's just, like, kind of unfortunate that apparently I met them before they got nerfed. You know? I don't know. There's a weird thing going on where it's like, well, it's impossible to find chaos resistance, but for some reason, the chaos mobs are overtuned and need nerfed. I mean, you could just make chaos resistance easier to come by. I don't know. It'd almost be more interesting to do it that way. I'm not sure that, like, the idea that chaos damage has to completely delete your character is necessarily... I don't know what the upside is, I guess, is what I'm saying. But, yeah. I don't know. It's like, it's just the classic thing where, like, I want the... I feel like when you die to random mobs because they have a random affix, like one affix that's randomly overtuned, it just doesn't feel very satisfying. Like, if you die to a boss, if the boss blaps you, like, that's okay. It's, like, different. It's like when you've refarmed a zone 6 times, and one time the monster has random affix that blaps you. That doesn't feel very good. Because it's not like it's like not even really like, you know, a build your character different thing at that point. It's just like you get blapped or you don't eventually. And it's like those things are eventually going to have they're eventually going to have like modifiers on them, I'm sure, right? Like I'm sure in maps there's mods on them. I don't know what the map mods are at this point, but Yeah. Yeah, yeah, they're apparently nerfing those things. They just haven't done it yet. Great. Chaos damage now scales less aggressively. That's just weird. Like, why don't you just give out some chaos resistance? Like, it doesn't have. I get the idea that it's supposed to be different than the other ones, but you could nerf all the monsters, or you could give out chaos resistance. One gives more agency to the player. One is just whatever. I don't know. Seems like a weird choice. Maybe it's something unfinished itemization. I don't know. There's no PoE2 profiles, is there? No, there isn't. I don't think so. Maybe I'm supposed to play the game later when they fucking have this shit sorted out, man. Like, it's almost worse to get coolered by something that they said that they've admitted is overpowered. They just haven't put the fix in yet. That's almost worse. It's almost worse for it to be like, hey, we know these plants do too much damage and we're gonna fix them, but we haven't done it yet. But you're dead now. that's that's almost worse. Because it's like they admit that it's bullshit a little bit. Unlucky. Well, time to boot up some off-brand RuneScape, I guess. Decide if I decide if I need to copy somebody's character or not. Kill some outlaws. Pull some outlaws down here. And then we'll do a blind sample. This seems so odd. What's so odd about it? It's just RuneScape at home. Did you not know about this game? If you don't know, I think I've seen it once. If you don't know, it's the guy who originally made RuneScape, who sold it, who sold Jagex. It's his company. He sold it. It's him. He made this one. So it's RuneScape, like maybe in the direction he would have wanted to design it if he kept control of RuneScape and didn't sell it for how many fucking millions of dollars. Like, the guy's loaded, but apparently he spent like 5 years making his own game engine so he can make his own new RuneScape. Obviously significantly less popular than RuneScape at this time, but there's not as many people, or not as much content in it. Doesn't look terrible, except that UI. What part of the UI do you not like? It's all modular. It's kind of interesting. Like, the map is here because I put the map here. All of it. Yeah, I understand. But, like, I can move the map. I can, like, open the map on its own. Or if I don't want the map in here, I can put the map over here. And then put my skills over here. This is RuneScape 3. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like these modular, it's all these modular zones, eh? The animations are like way better too. Like if you go like do any like cooking or anything like that, like it's like all significantly more than RuneScape. What's in here is actually like pretty well done, to be honest. But it's just like RuneScape in that this is the gameplay. With all the mod things on OS Buddy or RuneLite or whatever. Yeah. Pretty much what happened is I was like, maybe I'll play hardcore Iron Man RuneScape. That's actually where my brain was. And then I somehow like got mildly attached to this game because I was like, oh, it's free. Let's just turn it on. And I'm like, okay. I don't like get a lot of time in on it, obviously. But I don't hate it. It's kind of weird and quirky though. There's some weird things about it. And it's like early access, so there's like a lot of things missing. Like there's no trade right now. Like there's zero trade. All this said, I get a. Oh, also, all the skills go up to 500, so you can be extra no life. Supposedly, I can get some kind of cape. Since I'm level 50 scout. I don't know how I get that. Cape shop. Where is the cape shop? Yeah, it's kind of odd. It's like your items are randomized. Kind of like they're randomized, but they also have like an item level, and they're also attuned to a specific episode. And there's 4 episodes, so like combat in the first episode, you're like a guard, and combat in the second episode, you're a scout, and then like in the third episode, you're like a mine fighter or something like that, and like the gear is like locked to a certain episode. It's kind of an odd way to do it. But you can get some drops that like can be tuned to other episodes. 500 silver. That's a lot. Does it even do anything? It's straight up cosmetic shit. There's no way I'm gonna be a level 50 scout and not have a cape. I can't be allowed. Also, some of the professions are like kind of like borderline not yet implemented, but implemented. Like there's cooking, but the cooking doesn't like, it's not like RuneScape where like the cooking, you can eat the food to like heal yourself. That's like not a thing. I'm actually not sure what the point of cooking is other than to like make money. I think you just sell the food to the vendor and it's plus money. That seems like about all you can do with it. My sword, not big axe. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So it's like you have like a one-handed weapon and a two-handed weapon and a bow. But if you use the two-handed weapon, you don't get the benefit from your shield. So it would be like if I had my shield unequipped. So this kills things faster, but this is like where I'm more or less likely to die, and the damage is similar. And like the way the combat works, it's not like you have a certain set of hit points. It's kind of like every time you enter a combat, you just are full life, and the mob is full life. And you can get potions, but they just heal you in this little combat to make it more likely you'll defeat the one monster that you're fighting. And you can start with a ranged attack, but these monsters also have a ranged attack. I already know that. So like if I do this, then he'll just start throwing knives at me. And then I'll run out of arrows and have to run at him while he's throwing knives at me. So it's kind of like not optimal. But some monsters, are melee, so you can like range them, then they come towards you. They're vulnerable to nature, so like they're vulnerable to this like green nature damage. So like he's vulnerable to green nature damage, and my bow does green nature damage, but not always. So you see where it says 46%. It only does the elemental damage 46% of the time because that's what this item rolled. So it's not like it always is going to get the advantaged damage. Yeah, they attack with like a physical damage and is vulnerable to like nature damage. And this axe does it's not like nature, it's like necrotic damage or something. And I don't really know why. It's kind of just randomly on there. And I assume it's like something not yet implemented type shit. Skull crushing damage, yeah, something like that. But like I'll use the axe on this one. We'll see. It's kind of deceptive sometimes because sometimes you feel like you're whacking the mobs and it's like, oh yeah, I can kill monsters this hard, and then like you'll die like 3 times in a row, and you're like, oh, it turns out I just had good RNG that time. But like if I had potions, this would be a time where I could like use a potion, like make sure I would win. But since there's no trade, I would have to make my own potions, and I haven't gotten that far yet. Axe is horrible. Yeah, it's just because I don't have my legendary shield or my epic shield or whatever. I think it's epic. I think purple is rare. Rare. Yeah, so these are epic. But they're not that special. They just drop off of anything. Eventually. Like these apples get used in alchemy, I'm pretty sure. They get used for XP potions for this zone. So part of the thing is like there's a quest you have to do to access like bank portals. So like if I have to, for me to deposit this into my bank, I have to go to like the potion bank, the potion reagents bank. I have to physically go to the potion shop and deposit it in the potion bank. But there's a quest that requires some amount of scout and some amount of wood cutting to like get access to these like portals that are like placed around like closer to stuff, we'll say. And then you can just dump anything in these like bank portals. So I was like kind of trying to unlock that before like I worked on my like potion making and stuff. I kind of like started on this, but then I realized I was being kind of a chump because I was like depositing all my like fish and forage stuff in the like respective deposit boxes. And I was watching other people deposit in this like portal, and I was like, what the fuck are these guys doing? That's because you have to like do a quest to unlock it. It's like classic RuneScape type shit. This game also has a thing where like there's passive activities that you can do while you're offline. So like if I go in here, there's like my highest level passive activity for scout is deepwood satyrs. So if I go attack deepwood satyrs, my character will keep attacking it when I'm offline. Straight up like idle game style. But it gives like a really shitty amount of experience, and it doesn't really give you any drops. It just gives you like money and XP for scout. But every profession has like passive skills that you can do while you're offline, but it's like way better to be online. Like if you do like half an hour online play, that's like the same as like many offline hours. I wonder if it'll say on here if I click on it how much XP this is. Probably not. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but so it's always worth it to like log in, but when you log off, you can like make your character like do AFK fishing or AFK cooking or anything like that, and it kind of like helps a little bit. But you can only idle for maximum 24 hours. You have to log in at least once a day. Really, it's once every 23 hours for something that requires crates, but... Yeah, there's gears about the same. There's weapons. There's also this tool belt thing, which I haven't quite figured out. There's like tools you can get. I don't really know how they work. I have a rope I picked up off the ground, but it just seems like it's a rope. like a rope. And I think the way it is right now, these first 2 episodes are free. I haven't paid any money. But like to do these other 2 episodes, you have to pay. You have to like have a premium pass or something like that. Oh, a rare rapier. It's an upgrade. Nice. Yeah, I pretty much just like fuck around on this once a day to get my guy going, and then if I'm like doing something else, I'll just click on it. It's not terribly interesting broadcast content. But we only had about 25 minutes before I do a blind sample. And now it's like 7 minutes. And Warcraft was down for maintenance, so here we are. I still might do a RuneScape Hardcore Iron Man, though. I am considering doing something like that. Yeah, see, this weapon is untuned. So, like these other weapons I've dropped, they're locked. They're locked to, like, this zone, like where they have, like, a tree. They're locked to the Hope Forest. But this one, if I, like, wanted to take this weapon to a different zone, I could, like, attune it to a different zone and use it there. Because it dropped that way, for whatever reason. Randomly, I suppose. I don't know what my guard two-handed weapon is. Maybe it's, like, worth attuning for my other set. I'd have to be level 40 to use it, though. Like, I'm not high enough level to use it on my guard profession. It's only green, so it's not like it's like good or anything. Gonna ding. Of course, I got the classic leaderboards going on. I'm ranked 2,187 on Scout. That shows you how many people are actually playing. Not that many. The game feels populated, so I guess that's nice. Kind of the way that they engineered the server, I think, is there's no multi-servers like in RuneScape. It's just like Each quadrant probably is a little instance. I'd watch RuneScape stream. Yeah, maybe. There's a world. The thing about Hardcore Iron Man and RuneScape is like there's so many quests that will just bullshit kill you. Split screen it with Subway Surfers. Oh my god. Yeah, these are the kind of games that like the only people I think that like to watch this stuff are like people who are also playing the game at the same time. And it's like the game needs side content, so your side content for you playing the game is watching somebody else play the game and chatting in their chat. You know what I mean? That guy died, yeah, he did. Unfortunately, you know what the death penalty is? You gotta go back to the hospital. That's the death penalty. That's all. You don't even drop your shit on the ground. The death penalty is a walk of shame. We'll shame that guy if he comes back. See if we can fill our backpack, and then I'll sell and deposit my junk, and then set my guy on the fucking satyrs again for another day. I'm pretty sure I'm like way high enough level to like do the quest. I just have to go do some wood cutting, but it's a lot of work, you know, to think about doing something different. It's easier to just tell my guy to go kill satyrs and go AFK. I have to log into this game and think about what I'm doing. That's not what it's for. It's also some kind of Christmas event right now. Let's see, I got some transmog hats. I got all the elf ones. I need 2 more of these Christmas puddings. I'm missing 1 Santa hat and 2 Christmas trees. Oh, what's that? Hammer mage only. I am not a hammer mage. I am a cryo knight. Yeah, you gotta pick like a faction. These guys with the blue symbol, they're cryo knights. The yellow symbol is a hammer mage. And I actually know what the fucking green one is. Some fucking nature shit. Druids or something. This is a green one. Yeah, like the trade skills are like more in depth and stuff too. It's like you gotta like prepare the ingredients, and then you gotta like go in here, and then you do like a little mini game with all these like levers and stuff, and it's kind of interesting. I think like late stage RuneScape has some stuff like this too, like when you're leveling up blacksmithing and you go to like that ogre furnace or whatever it's called, that ogre forge. It has like kind of stuff like this. Or there's like a little mini game you got to do in order to do your trade skill, which is like mildly compelling. Like this guy over here, Goblin, he's doing like some kind of AFK potion thing. I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he's fucking mashing fucking ingredients or something. But he's like, this lad is not at the computer. We'll send our guy to go attack some satyrs again for fucking another 24 hours. Guy's trimming the hedges right here. Yeah, I need to do some wood cutting next. See if I attack these guys. Passive activity. Great. Okay. Now, as it is Tuesday, we will do a blind sample. We will dig out a blind sample. Let's make sure our friends on YouTube also know what's going on. We're not gaming anymore. We're in. Fucking no. People and blogs. So far today, we've gotten 5 views on YouTube. If you're here on YouTube, hi. I don't think there's anybody there right now, but 5 people have clicked on my stream. Thank you, 5 people. Average view duration 42 seconds. Okay. That's not great. All right. Allow us to randomly select a blind sample. So if you haven't been here for this before, basically I have 60 whiskeys, rums, and other spirits randomly distributed in blind sample bottles. I'm going to randomly get one. Number 41. So I do not know what's in this, but I know it's a whiskey that I have. That's about all we know. So I'm going to get some water in a Glen, and we're going to do a blind tasting of whatever this spirit is. Okay. Oh, I gotta start something. Hold on. I need to start a game. Doesn't have to be doing anything. Because I found out that for some reason NVIDIA broadcast gets upset if I don't have a game running and starts to make my audio sound like shit. So we'll try to not have that happen. All right, boom. So we'll talk about the type and the ABV and the age and the casks and what else is there? Pete, yes, no. What else is there? We'll talk about some notes. That's pretty much it, right? I feel like every time I go make one of these, I like forget the things that I typically write on here, but that seems about right. I don't know. All right. So here we are, our blind sample. I do not know what it is. It has been selected at random. It does not come across as peated, at least not right away. So here's our mystery spirit here. A darker color. It's kind of odd. So peat, no, it's not peated. The nose comes across like black licorice, and cocoa. Cocoa. That's kind of what I got right now on the nose. I like to write aroma, actually. Aromara. Aroma. Boom. Okay, so, So, interesting. So licorice is kind of like a rye note. I don't think it's bourbon. Oh, it could be bourbon. It's coming across quite licorice, which, although that's kind of like something that's familiar in the Peerless high rye bourbon. I definitely get a cocoa note out of this, and I don't seem to think I've given cocoa as an aroma note almost ever. There's like a wood varnish thing going on. Maybe the blind notes are always the best notes. Because you're not primed with knowing what it is. If I was to guess, I think this is a new charred oak barrel. So it doesn't leave a lot. Buttery note. Almost strikes me as being a rye, but it could be a bourbon, but it's not hitting me with those classic bourbon notes. I'm not really getting a vanilla. Spicy, baking spice. Oh, it's really, actually really, I want to be more specific here. It's really cinnamon. And usually I have a hard time with nailing a baking spice. You know, that cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, allspice. This kind of realm is pretty hard for me, but I feel pretty confident in a cinnamon on this. So if I had to guess right out front, I think I would guess this is like a rye, but there's a world where this could be like a really high rye content bourbon. I think it's rye whiskey. We're going to try it on the palate. See if we can make an assessment. Cheers. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is Lot 40 Dark Oak. I don't think I've ever drank anything this spicy that wasn't Lot 40 Dark Oak. We're getting some bourbon-esque flavors on the finish, though. Palate is oaky and spicy, like spice bomb, like liquid cinnamon. I'm really feeling a dill up here, but maybe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. That being said, the finish did feel kind of like, you know, I guess the same. I guess it's the same, like oak and spice, but like not as balmy. But this is like pretty common on a bourbon to get like oak and spice on the finish. Oh, I really think it's Lot 40 Dark Oak. Only because I hate Lot 40 Dark Oak, and it's because it's like so overpowering the spice. Nose is not bad though. Just the palate. It's almost like something I would get close to root beer. But yeah, I think this is Lot 40 Dark Oak Rye Whiskey. Um, Man, the hard part about this is the palate and the finish are kind of bourbony, but Lot 40 Dark Oak is like almost like a double-barreled new charred oak product. I'm just not getting the same levels of sweetness. And it's really spicy. The palate is just all spice. And like nothing else. Um, um, it's definitely up ABV. I know the dark oak is 48%. Um, but we'll say at least it's like over 46%. Age, I have no fucking idea. I think what I need to do, maybe I'll have to like not worry about age too much. I think what I need to do for age is I need to get like a couple different distilleries where there's like a 12, a 15, and 18. And I need to get them all and I need to compare them against each other, hoping that the profiles are roughly similar. So I can try to like get some kind of grapple on age. Right now I have just no clue. I can't like judge age based on a blind taste at all. The only thing I kind of feel like I know is like the older ones seem to have a more robust finish on them, but I don't know how true that is either. I don't have the palate right now, the palate skill to know how old something is by drinking it. Something I have to like. I don't know if that's. I mean, that might be a really hard skill to even have, but um, something I don't have right now, and I would like to try to work on, see if I can maybe suss out something. Oh, it's so like herbal. I will say like the fact that this is like not very pleasant to drink. I'll be surprised if it's not Lot 40 Dark Oak. Because I'm having a hard time being like, yeah, let's drink this again to see how I feel about it. I'd rather not drink it. Lot 40 Dark Oak is not my favorite bottle. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just oak and spice bomb. It's still what it is. I'm mildly disconcerted that this is some bourbon. I think we're gonna check though. I think that's it. I think that's what I got. If only because I don't want to drink anymore. It's really too spicy. UAY. Oh, really? Is that really? Wow. Okay. Huh. That makes a lot of sense, though, because I'm not drunk very much of that. Really? Okay. Apparently, this is Maker's Mark 101. Where's the cherry? Oh, I'm so confused. To be honest, I haven't drank very much of this, so that would explain a lot. But wow, why is this coming across so spicy? So apparently, it's this thing. Maybe I didn't wait long enough. I don't know. I don't get the vanilla. I don't get the caramel. I don't get the fruit. It's coming across really spicy. There's no. There's no rye in this mash bill, right? No, there's no rye in this mash bill. Wow. So confused. Really? Why is this hitting so spicy? Okay, let me pour the lot 40, and I want to see. I mean, I didn't enjoy this. I didn't enjoy this particular pour at all. So I don't know what that says about Maker's Mark 101, but um, I really found it way too spicy. Needs a minute. I really did find it way too spicy. All spice, all oak. It feels really, really oak forward. I'm not getting the like. Why am I getting like dill and root beer and stuff like that? I'm not imagining it. Because those are like rye notes, and there's no rye in here. It's so odd. Well, we need to go back on the drawing board and make a mark, I guess. Apparently, I don't know what this tastes like. And to be honest, this is the only Maker's product I have right now. And it's been a while since I drank some. And it's been forever since I drank any other Maker's Mark product. Well, this feels like so much more not soft. The Larceny Weeder was so much softer than this. I don't know if it's something to do with the 101's like barrels or something. Yeah, it's really hitting me really herbal. I straight up am not getting vanilla. I'm not getting cherry. Something weird is going on with that bottle. That's still not quite. I could tell it was up proof, I guess, but Still needs more time to sit. Yeah, I don't know. This is coming across like I don't think any of the notes I wrote were wrong. Which is just strange because my understanding of like the Maker's Mark profile is like more like cherry and caramel and not spicy, and this just feels all oaky and spicy. A little bit of caramel sweetness in there. Oh, interesting. I think what's really throwing me off is just that it's like so. The nose is coming across so herbal. I don't know why that is. Um, that's what it says. Hmm. Maybe I didn't rest it for long enough. I don't know. It's starting to kind of get cherry in there now, but maybe I should have gave it more time. I guess that's one of those things where, like, when you don't know how high proof it is, it's hard to know if you need to give it a good amount of time or not. Maybe I thought it was overly spicy because I didn't rest it for long enough. I don't know. Like that, it's starting to develop now. I think maybe with these blind pours, I need to give it more time. I don't know. Maybe like timer it for 15, nah, like 10 minutes. This this lot 40 is like smelling like kind of similar though. It's like more root beer. Confident. Yeah. Yeah, I was confident. Like I don't know. I think it's so weird. So what I'm experiencing right now is basically that like a lot of the notes here are not that different. Um, like there's new charred oak barrels in both of these. And the weird thing is, and I don't know why it is, but right now, when I smell this one, it's more darker fruit notes, which I very rarely feel like I get off of this. Like there's almost like a dark red, like there's almost like a plum note in this. And more of like a savory herbal spice. And that's so weird because I've never gotten a plum off of this before, but when I go for this one, it feels more like rye spicy, and I don't know how to explain that. There's no rye in this. There's like a random spicy herbal note that's sticking out to me, and that just should not compute. And I don't know if it's like something to do with the proof, something to do with the red wheat, like something to do with like me not drinking enough Maker's Mark. I'm just like a little confused. I gotta like learn what's going on here. Only other weeder I have is this one. Well, I have a Weller, but I don't want to like crack the Weller. This is like way up proof though. These new charred oak barrels, man, it's like trying to figure out what the differences are in these new charred oak barrels. Because like when you consider these two products for a minute, this is 101 proof. This is 96 proof. They're similar. This is new charred oak barrel. This is new charred oak barrel, and then other new charred oak barrel. It's a lightly charred new charred oak barrel, and then a heavily charred new charred oak barrel. So the only difference between these two things is the distillate. This one is rye. This one is corn, red winter wheat, malted barley. And new charred oak barrel is responsible for some amount of your spice note. It's not all rye. Even though this is a weeder, it's going to have some spice in it because it comes from the barrel. And like trying to determine a barrel spice and a rye spice is like one thing. And then there's also like the idea that like this is all rye in it. It's weird, and I think what's confusing me right now. This one is definitely kind of more savory, spicy. And this one is kind of more soft, spicy. I have to give this a long time because it's barrel proof, but that doesn't have time left. It hasn't been sitting long enough. I can definitely tell the difference between the two. Like this is so much more on the like random savory spice root beer. And I'm getting like a plum note out of it, but it's like only by comparison, I feel. That or this thing has suddenly gotten better after this much in the bottle. I don't know, but I never got a plum when I reviewed it. There's some kind of spiciness on this that I can't quite reconcile with it having no rye in it, and I'm just trying to learn what that is. I wonder if it's like related to the proof, but this is not much lower proof. But I can really tell the difference when I smell them. The barrel-proof larceny is so much softer and sweeter in comparison to both of them. Like, frankly, and this makes a lot of sense, when I compare the Maker's Mark 101 with the Larceny Barrel Proof, they seem like they're almost the same, except this one is stronger. But this one has, like, even by comparison to this one, it has, like, a weird spiciness. I'd almost want to call, like, I don't know, if the barley was green or something like that. There's a weird, like, herbal, vegetal, spicy character that I'm getting off of this today. I don't understand why. What is that? It's not in this one. Although I'm telling you though, this Lot 40 Dark Oak smells really good when you compare it to bourbon. It's weird. Like, it's almost like if you go nose blind to some of those new charred oak notes, suddenly the, like, random red fruits come out. The random root beer and plums come out. Feels like 100% there's a plum on this today. And there's no way I gave that in review. There's no chance. On its own. Cherry all sorts. Rye bread. Yeah. It's similar. Although I do remember that I did actually rate the nose on this. Great. This was actually a great nose rating. I just hated the palate. I don't know what to say. There's a weird herbal spice on that thing. And that's why it threw me off. And maybe this is, like, for me to say that, like, we need to spend some time with the Maker's Mark profile. Because, again, this is the only Makers that I have, is this one. And I don't drink it very often. Maker's cask strength has been in the back of my brain to get a bottle of since the dawn of time. It's just that it's so readily available that I feel like I could always get one at any time, so I don't feel like it's a priority to get. But I also kind of feel like there's maybe a gap in my, like, how would you call it? Heritage bourbon knowledge. To not quite feel like I get this note that feels like it's wheat related in here. That really made me feel like it was rye. And to be clear, the note is not in the larceny. It's like a Maker's thing. Or it's a this bottle thing. That's what we need to suss out. Huh. Okay, let's start with this. A little bit more sweet. It has been sitting. But still, like, hits kind of spicy to me. I don't know. So what nonsense are you going to give me on the palate? I should recoil when I drink this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I remember. The spice is more green. It's more herbal. It's more slightly savory. And I think what I'm fighting right now is I'm fighting something to do with a barrel spice. Something to do with a new charred oak spice, which for some reason doesn't take to the larceny nearly as well. Maybe. We'll try it in a minute. I feel like if you're a person who can write the Masters of Bourbon exam, I have some respect for that. It's a lot harder to figure out the difference between new charred oak barreled products. This one's louder, obviously, but I don't get that same note. It's a maker's note, maybe. Some kind of like weird spiciness. This tastes just like straight up wheated bourbon. This is obviously rye by comparison. This thing has some kind of weird, I don't know. Surely it's not an off bottle. It's got some kind of weird spice note in it. It's kind of weird. Like the oak and the spice presence is so strong on this, on the palate. Like it feels like the oak and spice on this Maker's 101 is like more than it is on this barrel proof larceny. Like the barrel proof larceny feels like nicer, like softer and sweeter. Despite being like more than 20 proof points higher. Like this is like syrup sweetness by comparison. I mean, I know it's higher proof, but you would feel like that oak would also amplify and that spice, but it's not like that. I think what I learned from this experience is that I personally don't have enough tasting experience with Maker's Merc. I think that's what I learned from this. I feel like this is like one of these like brands that you should be able to like hit like pretty easily. And I had a regular bottle of Maker's Merc years ago, and I've only drank some amount of this one, and we don't get it out too often. And I don't have any other Maker's products right now. So I think maybe It's something to do with it. There's some kind of like herbal quality to this that I didn't recognize. Now, these are both wheaters, but Maker specifically uses red winter wheat. Now, I don't know if that is like the same that you would use in larceny, or if or if they're all a little different. Like maybe the wheat character that's different here is the issue. I'm not sure. El Capitano, how are you? How are you, good sir? Yes. Yes, you've caught me in the act. Yeah, we do some spirits related content on this channel, that's for sure. Very sparingly will I do beer, but I'm mostly Scotch. I'm a Scotch guy, probably foremost, but we got Scotch, bourbon, Canadian whiskey, rum, all kinds of some rye whiskeys, all kinds of different things. You're working away? Yeah, this is my well, typically I'm out of here in about 10 minutes. So this is like my time slot roughly. I'm a morning time slot because I work overnight. So like I work overnight and then I do like a stream when I get home, then I go to bed, then I go to work again. This is the only time I got. The bourbon / whiskey TikTok. Yeah, there's lots to explore. I know people enjoy spirits in multiple different ways. Like obviously, if you're on into Colin's channel, he does lots of mixed drinks. I'm like a neat pour person. I don't put water in it. I don't use ice. I don't mix it. To me, it's just whatever expression the distillery has chosen to give me. That's kind of like what I try to like experience. So I kind of I'll just do reviews, blind sample. We did blind sample today. We fresh crack bottles every Wednesday. And Thursday I kind of do wild stuff. We got some like infinity bottles going on here. I got some infinity bottles, where we just blend all kinds of nonsense. But yeah, I like to get in there, dig deep, get some good notes, have a wild adventure every once in a while. Have a whiskey that tastes like tar, tastes like black rubber hockey mat. But yeah, if you enjoy spirits, you're in the right place. We do some spirits every day. Every day, usually start like 50 minutes ago is when I usually start spirits. Still experimenting with my palate right now. I just taste alcohol. Yeah, so there's definitely a wall. There's a wall that exists where you kind of have to like train your palate to be like, okay. In the same way that like if you play guitar, you develop calluses on your hands. It's similar with spirits for sure, straight spirits. Kind of like where I'm at personally right now. If something is less than 50% alcohol, I barely detect alcohol on it. That being said, I'm not like nearly as blind as someone who is like entirely into bourbons. So like a lot of scotch is, barrel proof scotch is like in the mid 50s ABV, which is kind of like a comfortable proof for me. That's what I would prefer. But a lot of guys into bourbon, they're drinking bourbons that are like 120 proof or above like all the time. I'm sure that they are more blind to alcohol than I am doing that. But yeah, there's definitely like a little bit of a hill to get over. And eventually you'll get to a point where like you'll probably feel like something that's 80 proof or 40% alcohol is like almost a little too watery. Like there's not enough flavor in it. Um, because I think most people who regularly consume kind of feel like 40 proof is, or 40% alcohol or 80 proof is like not the best. You can get some great spirits at 80 proof, but um, it's not optimal. But there is some amount of acclimation time to like getting to that point. And it is a little bit of a challenge for sure. So yeah, today we kind of like, I did a blind sample. I wrote what I thought about the blind sample. I kind of thought it was like more rye, and it turns out it was not rye. It was Maker's Mark 101. So we're kind of trying to figure out like why did I feel like it was so spicy? Why did I feel like rye was involved here, despite the fact that there's no rye in Maker's Mark? And it is expensive. It can be. One of the things you have to think about is like when you buy beer, like when you're into craft beer, you know, one craft beer. It depends on your market, I suppose, but like for me, it's between $5 and $7 for a typical craft beer pint. That's one drink. When you buy a bottle, you're buying roughly 25 drinks at one time. So that's yeah, it is expensive from like the perspective of like trying to try a breadth of things, because you have to buy them in increments of 25 drinks at a time, which is not optimal. um, if you're lucky, you might have a bar near you that has a wide selection. I do have a bar near me that has roughly 700 whiskeys. Um, but even then, they charge like a pretty good premium. Um, some pours are like, $30 for a pour, but of course it's an expensive bottle overall. Um, so there's some give and take there, but um, yeah, like experiencing a wide variety of things, it's best if you can go to some kind of like show or have a bar near you. It's a lot cheaper than YOLOing fifths of whiskey, which was what I do. But for me, it's like the more stuff I have available to me, the more comparisons we can do, the more options we have. So, um, if anything, I'll be your guinea pig. Somewhat. Yeah, it's so wild. It's so wild that I'm getting like a plum thing on this today. I think it's just because I'm so acclimated right now to New Charred Oak that we're a little blind to those NCO notes. I'm getting all the underlying notes. Do you think? You think this bottle might come around? I'm starting to come around on this today. I don't know if it's because of the fact that I've already had a couple bourbons, but it's kind of wild. I'm starting to come around on this dark oak, man. A little bit. The palate's still shot, but the nose pretty good. Gonna be honest. Crassus. Blah. Well, what did we learn today? we learned that Maker's Mark has a weird spicy component that I think is barrel related that I need to learn about. Crassus, we need to buy more Maker's Mark. That's what I'm trying to get across, okay? We don't have a good grasp on the Maker's Mark profile. We failed. We failed on the Maker's Mark profile today. We thought Maker's Mark was rye whiskey today. So clearly we fucked up somewhere. Although I'm getting like a nice cocoa thing out of it, and that's kind of cool. Shame. Shame. Yeah. Dishonor. Yeah, and it's just because, like, this is, like, again, as you know, this is the only, like, Makers I have right now. And I don't drink it that much. And I just don't have a good grasp of it. I think we'll have to get, like, a bottle of regular Makers. And I might have to get a cask strength. The thing is I don't know when that's going to happen. There's too much whiskeys, man. There's too many whiskeys to get. Like I was in there the other day, and this very nice lady tried to sell me I could get a Larceny, an Elijah Craig small batch, and an Evan Williams black label for $80. All three. What a deal on some random bourbons that I don't really need, but it was a good price. Like save like $50. Do you dabble in the Japanese whiskey? I dabble in all whiskeys. The struggle with Japanese whiskey is twofold. The first fold is you got to suss out if it's real Japanese whiskey or not, because sometimes it's not. And the other fold is like, well, if it is real Japanese whiskey, it's really damn fucking expensive. So I only got a couple Japanese right now. And they are, in fact, authentic Japanese whiskeys, but I have this one. This is this little one. There's a Kashi, a White Oak, which a lot of people do not like this Igashima distillery very much. I seem to think that this whiskey is at best okay. So I got this little thing, this is just like a blended Japanese whiskey. And I do have a Hibiki, which this is like, when we're talking about Centauri's offerings, this is like the bottom. This is like the bottom of their offerings, I think. And their bottom of the offerings in Canada still sells for $185. So I do have one of these. This one it's like pretty good, but it's not $185 good. And that's what I understand about Suntory's Japanese whiskeys, and a lot of Japanese whiskeys, in fact, is that they are just very expensive right now because they're very popular and they don't have very much stock. So I got a couple, but no kind of wild Yamazakis or anything, and Nika products are kind of hard to get in my market. They don't have any around right now. Actually going to Japan next year, so we'll try the OG stuff. Yeah, you'll definitely have the option to try some stuff in Japan. Actually, what I heard, though, and this might be the best kept secret about sampling whiskey in Japan. And I wouldn't know this, but I'm in some Discord servers with people who sample lots of whiskeys. And there's some individuals that I know who are quite enjoy Japanese whiskey, but they also quite enjoy Scotch. And a couple of them have recently been to Japan and been to some of their malt bars there. And the price on single pours of like really nice Scotch is like second to none in Japan. Apparently, like if you go to a malt bar and get a pour of like 35-year-old Scotch, it's like really, really cheap. like really economical because people go to Japan looking for Japanese whiskey, but they have all kinds of like really nice old scotch going on there too. That is like insanely well priced. So just a tip that I heard. I haven't personally been there and seen it myself, but literally I had a, there's a guy that he went there not long ago and basically said that like it's like the best kept secret about whiskey in Japan is the scotch is really cheap there. I don't know why, but it is. So just a tip, yeah, you probably will be able to try all kinds of Japanese whiskeys, but what I've heard is that the Japanese whiskey actually isn't even any cheaper in Japan than it is outside. I think it's just expensive everywhere. But you'll probably have more opportunity to try stuff there, I would imagine. But if you're in a malt bar, try some 35-year-old Ben Nevis or something, man. It's probably going to be really cheap. I will buy the whiskeys from the airport. Yeah, you could. Uh, that's like the I kind of hate travel retail, and for the same reason that we rate JK in this statement. But um, um, the there is some Japanese whiskeys that you can probably get at the airport that are actually real Japanese whiskeys, but definitely gonna have to watch out for the product of Japan label. Interesting selection of Japanese whiskey at my Total Wine. Yeah, that's what I would be worried about is just making sure that it's actually Japanese. Well, we'll put it this way. If you're okay with your Japanese whiskey maybe being Scotch, but with a Japanese branding on it, then go for it. Hit it up. There's something to be said for Japanese blending. Like that's part of the, I think that's part of the idea with Japanese whiskey somewhat is they're the masterfully blended. It's just that they might be scotches that are masterfully blended and not Japanese distilled whiskeys. So long as you're okay with some scotch in your Japanese whiskey, you know, go hog wild. But if you care about it being distilled in Japan, you might want to be judicious about what you purchase. Because I know like Total Wine has some brands that come from Alexander Murray that Alexander Murray is a Scotch bottler. Let's be honest. So it's probably Scotch. Because the unfortunate reality is for them to put Japanese whiskey on the label, there's no rule that it has to be distilled in Japan. I think it just has to be bottled. But yeah, usually the stuff that is authentically distilled in Japan is upper in price. But like anything from Nika or a lot of the Suntory products, you can be pretty sure anything Yamazaki, Cheetah, Hakushu, or what have you. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, no, I'd love to have you around for sure. Absolutely. Every weekday, I do a 4 hour broadcast. I usually end around now, start around 4 hours ago. We play some games, and then I do 1 hour of spirits related content, starting roughly an hour ago. And it's kind of just like Mondays and Fridays, I do a review. Tuesdays, I do a blind sample from my collection. Wednesdays, we do fresh crack. So tomorrow, I have, we'll say all kinds of unopened. All kinds of unopened bottles down here. So these are all like, these are all like new to me. So we'll open one of these guys tomorrow. Maybe this one. I don't know. I think that's all. Is that it? Oh, there's also the Weller. Yeah. We'll open one of these tomorrow. We have all yeah. We have all kinds of unopened red banks. If you want some if you want some red banks, we got some red banks. Yeah, you know. We can open some sealed red banks. Yeah, we'll open one of these other ones, not red bank, tomorrow. Wednesday we kind of do, or Thursday we kind of do like kind of either like infinity bottle, or we'll do like A/B comparison or something like that. So that's kind of like what's going on here anyway. And then Saturday is kind of like whatever. Sometimes I do like a distillery tour. We'll like watch a distillery tour or something like that. Actually, I think on this Saturday I have to do more sample bottles. Because I got about 10 or 11 whiskeys that are not in the sample collection. So I think we're going to fill some sample bottles and maybe we'll watch a distillery tour or something like that. But yeah, glad to have you here. Monster Cap, thanks for joining us. I'll be back tomorrow. Hope to see you there. Anyone else in the universe, hope to see you guys there too. I gotta go to bed so I can go to work. Fun. It's fun. I'm telling you. It's fun to get paid, but everything else is not fun. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys have a great day. And until next time.